Welcome to episode 13 of Oakhill with me, Farm Sim Snowy. Good morning to you all. I was just admiring the sunset. Beautiful. As you can see, it's a new day, but we have plenty to do. The cotton prices have stopped and they've hit 2,644 at one of the spinneries, which is brilliant. So I think that's a pretty good price for cotton. So if we tag that up and find out which one it is, it must be the south one. Yep. We're going to lease ourselves a trailer so that we can pick that bale up and we'll take it down there and see how much we can get for it. Hopefully quite a nice tidy profit. And we've still got the straw left to collect up there. One of our new fields needs liming, and then those 3 fields, because if we show you, or if I show you, so we harvested these 2 fields last episode, so these 3 fields will need new crops in, and obviously field 30 is going to need liming, so we can crack on with all that sort of things there to do. We probably need to go and check at some point as well on our chickens, because I know we've only got, well, we might have more than 50 actually now. We've got 55, 88 litres of eggs, so that's not going to be a lot, but their cleanliness is very low, 56%, so we'll have to go and tidy them up at some point. What I might do is invest in a cheap skid steer loader or wheel loader, something like that, to leave down there, as long as it's not going to cost us too much money, and then that will save us having to go backwards and forwards with a tractor and a front loader. But we'll look into that later. First of all, we need to find out how much we're going to make from this cotton. Someone else is growing some more over there, look, those 2 fields. Never seen so much cotton grown in the UK. Right, so let's pull in here. Obviously we unloaded the bale in that shed with the harvester, but we are going to need, in cotton technology, there's this trailer here which holds 1 bale, which would be good, but that's 25,000. Obviously we need to keep our eye on the money, so I was thinking of this one at the end. Yes, it does hold 2 bales, but that's not a problem. But it's only 16,000. It's only going to cost us 867 to lease. It's a bit long, obviously, because it holds 2 bales. Let's just have a quick look at that one. How much is that to lease? Yeah, that's 1275. I'm not 100% sure if that's an auto load one. I think it probably is, but I definitely know this one is, because you see it there in the configurations. Adds on another 1,000, but that is going to be pretty vital to us with it stuck in that warehouse, so we're going to lease that as it is. I'm not worried about anything else. What is extension? Oh, that's that. I'm not worried about that. We'll lease that as it is. The only thing I don't like about it is it's got that swivel axle at the front. I really don't like those, just because they're a nightmare for reversing. Anyway, we'll hook up to that and we'll head on down. It is quite big, isn't it, actually? We should have some fun on the roads with this. And especially trying to get into where that spinner is, because if I remember rightly from when I did my map tour, are we even going to squeeze through there? It is quite tight down that part of the map, so that could be quite interesting going through that way. Let's go first person, it's probably easier for us. I was going to say we could cut across our fields, but we can't because that original big field of ours has got a crop in it. So that's a no-no, we'll have to go this way. And we'll probably have to check in on Jack's cows at some point, because I haven't done anything with them for a little while. So we've got plenty of jobs to be doing, which keeps us busy and out of trouble. So this is where the first bit of fun's going to be, I think. I'm wondering if I can do a full-on loop round. I'll soon find out. Forgive me if this goes terribly wrong, but we've got to try these things. It's probably going to be easier to come in this way. Right, there's going to be some dodgy camera angles going on here, and we're already caught on the door there, which is brilliant. Right, let's move that cotton about. Right, will that load from there? I need the help menu on. So, operating position. Excellent, that is good. It's automatically loaded it up. Now we need to try and do some sort of loop round. It's a big enough shed, we should do it. I think we have done it. The best thing to do is not even look behind. Just shut your eyes and go for it. And we did it, guys. Let's turn that off. So the best route to take, I think, would probably be back on the track we sort of just came from, down to here, across opposite South Grain, and then all the way down, yes, down there. Okie doke. Let's go for it. Beacons on. Bit of in-cab action, I think. And then you can't see whether I've caught any fences or hedges. Disguising my tracks. I'm really hoping we do make quite a bit of money off of this. I can't quite remember how much of a bale we had. I know it wasn't a full bale, so that'd be quite interesting. That corn's shot up a bit more since we were last here. In fact, our crops are on their last stage of growth by the look of it. So that would be something else to be getting on with. Great demand at sawmill. We have no timber or wood chips, which is a shame. Come on fella, you can go faster than that. You're going to go where, yeah, brilliant. You can just see the green beam flashing in front. That is where we're heading. Risky manoeuvre on the brow of a hill. Right. Steady on. It is very nice down this part of the map, I must admit. I've said it before, done a few contracts down here, so I've seen a little bit of it. Right, we need to go, I think it's, yeah, it's there, look. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to go up into third person here. We need to squeeze through where that phone box is, which is going to be a nightmare, I think, with this trailer. We may have to go out wide and round. Take out the side of someone's house. Hopefully not. It is very, very tight round here. Now, can I just poke it enough to sell this bale? That should be enough. Help mignon again. That should sell, should it? Unload bales. Unload bales here. £44,450. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Let's get rid of that, that's gone. That is mental. And that wasn't even a full bale. I know cotton isn't really a crop that we would be doing in the UK, but if it's going to earn us that sort of money. Right, I will take this trailer back up to the shop and get rid of it and say thank you very much. Wow, yeah, we've got, that is mad. I don't know what to say, I'm all flustered now. But I will go and do that, and I will see you in a second with our next plan of attack. £100,000 we've got now. I'll see you soon. Right, back at the farm. I think we will crack on with liming that field. So I'm guessing there's going to be fertiliser left in this tank. And I suddenly realised after I finished recording the last episode, when I filled up from that rip-off tank over there, I didn't need to. I don't know if you guys were screaming at me, but I completely forgot we've got all this fertiliser in here, which was a bit stupid of me, to say the least. Right, this is going to be a bit, let's try and squeeze through there. Chuck it in there, which is good, so we need a line. Oh my god, excuse the dodgy camera angles. Let's just hope this is enough line, because we have no more after this. We've got plenty of fertiliser here, so we've got 80%. Hopefully that should be enough for that field. Obviously lime does go a lot quicker than fertiliser. Looks like they're growing potatoes in there, or they've just harvested them. looks very nice and colourful there. There's all our straw, which we can do later on as well. So it's definitely this field. Let's double check. Yes, field 30. We'll come out of that view. And what sort of spread have we got on there? Quite big, which is great. I'm not convinced we're going to have enough for this field, to be honest with you. Hopefully we will, but especially if I miss bits like that, which is annoying. Definitely got enough. I missed some more there. And again. This isn't going very well, is it? Right, well I'll tell you what we're going to do. Can we make it to the end here? No. I think we are going to... Where's the lime equivalent of that solid fertilizer tank? Again, I mean, this thing here is just brilliant. That does seeds, lime and fertilizer, solid fertilizer. It's cheap to buy, and it's the actual silo, I mean, and it's cheap for buying all those things. But I've got it on no man's land. I don't, you know, I don't really want to keep bringing things over. In fact, we haven't even got a lime one there, have we? Right, I've made a decision. We're going to sell that. Bad bit of business probably. And I am actually going to buy this because it's so handy. I know we've got our seed tank already on the farm, which is part of the map. But this fella is just going to be cheap as chips for everything that we need. So if we can, should we put it there or should we put it this side? I'm not sure it would go that side actually because of that shed. No, it won't, will it? Right, it's going to go over here, which is fine. Sort of line it up with the fence so it doesn't look out of place. Something like that, so we can get access to it roughly in the middle. Bang. Just do a little bit of landscaping. No, let's go down a bit. We want... Is that the same as that? Yes, that is. Let's do something like that. Like a little in and out bit. Right, cool. Well, I will go and fill this up. Actually, let's go and test it out together. I know it will work because I've used it plenty of times before. It's just nice to try and use different things, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers, they've got their favourite mods and that, and you know, you do often find yourself using the same sort of things for different gameplay series, let's plays. So we want lime. Look at that, £35 to fill that up. That is crazy. when you think we've got, that's 3,200 litres of lime, and if we were to buy that in the big bags, 2,000 litres there is 450. So, you know, you can do the maths. Cheap as chips. If you're looking for a good multi-silo, I know it doesn't do everything, but it does, you know, 3 of the essential things. It's cheap to actually buy the silo itself, and you know, you've just seen how cheap it is for everything else. Right, let's crack on and get this field limed. That is that field all limed. So if we go in here, as you can see, we've got these silly little bits around the outside that need ploughing, but we won't bother with that. We'll do that when we need to get a plough for any of our other fields. So that is ready to go. Next thing we need to do, really, is going to make sense to get this straw off of this field and out of the way, because then that makes that field free for something else to be put into there. So we can do that. Now we're probably going to bale it. I know we could pick it up loose with a loading wagon, but what I'm going to do is just drop that down there for now. If we pick it up loose, we've got to tip it somewhere then, up at Jack's yard, and then once we've tipped it, we've got to pick it back up with a bucket or whatnot, which obviously Jack has got up there on the little Massey. So I'm undecided yet, but I'm going to head up to the shop and I'll have a little think about it and then see what we come up with. Right, so here we are. Now, I was thinking earlier, if we go into loading wagons, we've got this very cheap old looking passenger, but it only holds 15,000 litres, which sounds pretty good, but I'm pretty sure we've got more than that there. I don't want to be doing 2 trips backwards and forwards. This one we used before, I think, on our big original field. We've got a couple here, but I just think baling it's gonna probably a bit better, a bit more fun as well for us. So we need, these balers are a little bit expensive for us. We have in here somewhere some cheaper balers, so these are quite good, very cheap, 24,000 that one. If we scroll along, we've got this 12,000 to buy. I'm not going to buy it though, because I'm not sure how much baling we will do, but we're certainly going to lease that. I think we'll just keep that standard. I think so, £612 to lease. We'll grab that bad boy, which is sat over there. Cool. Where's our tractor gone? Right, so let's hook up to our baler. Now I will get this back down to that field and we'll get cracking with some baling, and then obviously we're going to need a trailer to collect the bales. So we'll probably look into that in a second when we've finished. But I'll see you back at that field and we'll go from there. Right, so here we go. Be interesting to find out how much we get off of here actually, how many bales. I don't think it's going to be a massive amount, but it's going to help out with the cows with Jack. So off we go. Last little strip left to do. Got a fair few actually off of this field. We'll have a little count up in a minute. So that is it. Is it going to give us the option to unload? Yes. So didn't quite get a full bale, which was a little bit disappointing. We're not far off a full one. It won't let me shoot that one out, which is a shame. You can just see it there. So that's going to have to go back like that. Fold bale up. Never mind. So we've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think, off of there, which is pretty cool. Now, in terms of picking them up, I'll go back into baling technology. One of these would be quite cool. They are quite expensive, obviously, as you can see. That's no good because that's only 3 bales, but they pick them up, and then when you tip them up they stack them really nice and neat. So that is an option. These are all roundabout. Oh, there's that one. That's even more expensive. That one, 130. And then we've got these like we just used for the cotton, but I don't really want to use one of those. And there's also this, which is basically the same, but I think it holds more bales than the previous one, and I think there might be a couple more options on it. I think we will go for, see, I've not used this one here. I don't know if that does tip up. I presume it would do. That's going to be a little bit cheaper, isn't it? So what's that? 2,000. That's nearly 3 grand to lease, and that one is 3.5. I'll tell you what, we will go for it. And if it's wrong, it doesn't work, that is my fault. But we will lease this like so. I'll take this baler back, I'll collect the wagon, and I'll see you back here. Right, let's give this a little test, trial, whatever you want to call it. So let's have a look. Should just get near there. That's cool, isn't it? It's pretty much the same as the other one I was looking at in the store, to be honest with you, but it's always nice trying different ones. Come on, there we go. That's good. I was just going to say, I presume it pushes them down a little bit to allow for the next ones. It's going well so far though. Oh, apart from that. As you can see, I sprayed this field with a tiny little bit of lime earlier, but that's not a problem. Canola's looking very colourful and nice. Not sure what stage they're at actually. Oh, they're all in their final growth stage by the look of it, which is good. So I'm not sure we'll get these fields planted this episode. There we go, 11 bales. Fold that back up, sorry. Just check that, is that field clear? It is indeed. Right, we'll head on over to Jack's. Hopefully we should be able to unload these, because the other one I was looking at, it tips up and it stacks the bales as they are on the back, but obviously they're stood upright. It just makes it a lot neat and tidy. Also, when we've got enough eggs, it just reminded me coming down past Jack's house, when we've got enough eggs, I'm gonna take a box down to Jack so he can have them. He does like his ham, egg and chips. We've left this gate open as well, that's a bit naughty of us. I will shut that on the way back. So this tractor's struggling now up this hill, as you can see. Definitely needs a little bit more oomph, I think. But money is a bit tight for that at the minute. Right. Now we could put them down in there with those bales, but I don't think we will. We'll keep them nearer to the cow barn. And I was thinking this big barn shed thing here, I think that would be ideal. Because obviously the straw point is just there for the cows. So if we back up, we'll go all the way back I think, and over to one side slightly. What I will have to do is turn on the help menu. Let's turn the beacons off. So, unload bales. Please tip up. No it's not, it's doing it like that. Unload bales here. Oh, I see. That's not too bad actually. Let's just have a look. Turn that off. That's pretty cool actually, I quite like that. The other one stacks them up like that. which is pretty good for like space saving, but obviously if they are quite high up, it makes it more difficult to get them with the bow forks, etc. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to return this back up to the shop, and I think for the end of this episode we're going to get that little skid steer loader that I was talking about. But I'll head back up to the shop, and when we're up there I will get it, we'll buy it together so you can see what one it is, and then it will be a slow journey down to the chicken pen, which obviously I will cut out, and yeah, we'll clean the chickens up, and I think that'll probably do for this episode, because the time is getting on a little bit. So I'll see you up at the shop. Right, let's have a little look then. So what I'm after is obviously we've got wheel loaders, but they're going to be overkill for just tidying up the chickens. Front loaders, and they're very expensive. But in here we've got this little Massey Ferguson. It's a little beauty. It's only 5,900. I mean, to be fair, by the time, because we have got front loader, by the time we buy a bucket for that, you know, even if we just went for the standard bucket, that's 1,400. I know it's more expensive, but he's cool. So I think we're gonna buy that. Only goes 12 miles per hour, hence why I said we'll cut to me down at the chicken pen, because it'll probably be the next day by the time I get there. But we're gonna buy that. And then we need to go into the tools, skid steer loaders, past all the CSZ equipment pack, and we've got these attachments for it. So you've got pallet forks as well, you've got the bucket, which is what we want, and we've got a weight which we can put onto the back. So I think we're going to buy all of those. I mean, to be fair, we probably don't really need the weight, but we'll keep that colour the same. You can change it, but we'll keep it all the same so that it matches up. So there you go. That's only cost us 6,500 in total, but look at it. That is smart. Lights on the back. Let's start her up. Pretty basic inside, but you know, it's an old machine. Beacon on top, that will come in handy in a second. What's the light situation like? So we've got the little sort of frog ones on the front, and these rear ones. That's quite bright, that. Oh, I see, the front ones come on at the very final stage. Little horn. So if we back up onto this weight, there we go. That should stop us being top heavy when we've got the bucket on. Zoom out a little bit so you can see it. It's quite a big bucket. I didn't even see what the capacity was of that. 1,500 litres, that's not too bad. Right, I'm going to head on down to our chicken pen. We'll clean them up, and then, like I said, we'll end it there, I think, for the episode. So I will see you. Let's just see what the visibility is out of the cab. Oh, let's stop there before I put a bucket through someone's. Look at that, that's brilliant. Nice and clear. Right, I'll see you down at the chicken pen, guys. And here we are. It wasn't too bad actually, to be honest with you. God, I saw, is that all there is? It said they were down to 55%, wasn't it? 55%. It's because we've only got a few chickens. Not a lot there. Not enough to worry about, I suppose. Oh, hang on a sec. On the deck properly. Why is that not picking that up? That's a bit of a worry. Why is that not picking that up? I've used this before, never had a problem. Right. That is annoying. I don't know why it's done that. Unless it's something. I'm not sure. I'll try and figure that out. Because I have noticed on this map when I quit out and then come back in, if I don't completely shut the game down, so in other words going back to my home screen on my PlayStation, if I just quit out of the game and then load it back up from within the Farming Simulator menu, when you come back on here, sometimes when you scroll through this menu like this, it doesn't show on the right hand side, it doesn't show the cultivated growing message like that. It will show you on the fields, so I don't know whether something's iffy's gone on there with that or not, but I'll try and sort that out. I hope not, because I hope we haven't just wasted $6.5 grand on this thing and it's not going to work. But I will get rid of that. I'll probably have to use the smoothing tool on the landscaping tool just to get rid of that so it resets. But yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but I think we'll leave it there for that episode, and I will put that in this shed here, I think, because that's the smaller one of the two. We did get offered the use of both of them, but obviously that is tiny and I'd rather it went inside one of the buildings, so it'll go in there. But that will be it for this episode, so I hope you have all enjoyed it. How many eggs have we got? 2 boxes, so we'll get some of them. One of those boxes we'll take up to Jack next episode. So yeah, hope you have all enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.